Hi friends, welcome to HeliosMed Do It Yourself electronics channel. In this video, we are going to design a 30 ampere solar charger by using a popular SMPS controller IC UC3845 and some optocoupler. Let me go to the video. Here we are using some old SMPS inductor and some easily available components. Here the controller IC is 3845. You can refer the circuit. So 3845 is a popular pulse width modulation controller with a duty cycle of 50%. And this IC is very popular and the output will be very stable. The input from the solar panel is here what we have used is a 60 volt input. So the voltage up to 60 volt will be given via a resistor to the IC. So the maximum allowable voltage range of this IC is around 20 volt. So we can use IRF 1404, IRF 3205 or IRF Z44 MOSFETs. These all are popular N-type MOSFETs which is easily available. There is no need to add any driver on for this circuit. The same circuit can be upgraded into up to 50 amps and 60 ampere by changing the MOSFET in parallel. The inductor what we have used in this circuit is removed from a old SMPS of computer power supplies. And we are using a schottky diode. It's MPR 3000 as per our output current. If you are going more than 30 amps, so the diode can be connected in parallel and the same circuit will work with if you put a proper heatsink components. This is the circuit what we have assembled and which is designed for a 30 ampere. The inductor and the gauge of the inductor is 18 SWG, and the IC you can see here is a 3845 and one optocoupler which is PC817, so which was connected in the circuit. How we can form an inductor? It's a simple inductor. You can open any SMPS, old SMPS, just to break the SMPS and find you can see the inductor in the output section. So you can use two inductor with a cable of 18 square gauge 3 core cable and make a turn in the inside the core with proper isolation. So 18 square gauge cable into 3, so total our requirement is 12 to 15 turns. If you are using more than 30 volt, then you can you can increase the turn up to 15. I am used here is a 15 turn because my input voltage of this DC to DC converter is around 50 to 60 volt. So inductor what I have designed in this circuit is 15 turn into 18 square gauge wire, and the circuit you can easily assemble in a general purpose PCB, so which is easily adaptable in the board. The size of heatsink, it depends on how much current you are drawing from the circuit. So the MOSFET and the capacitor you have to choose according to your input and output voltage. The output voltage of this circuit what we have shown and shared is a maximum of 15.2 voltage. So the voltage maximum can be obtained from the circuit is 15 volt. The same circuit can be designed to charge a 24 volt battery by changing the input side diode to 24 volt diode. So in this circuit you can see the inductor what we designed is without insulation sheet. Just we have a normal coil insulator is sufficient if its current you are drawing is less than 30 amps. And the capacitor can be added in case of high ripple and the frequency if you want to modify. Extra cooling fan can be kept near, you can attach with the heatsink. If you draw more current, that heatsink plate should be sufficient, otherwise the MOSFET and the diode rectifier diode may fail. So it's better to use an external fan to cool the heatsinks. In my case I am using input voltage of 50 and the maximum current I have taken from this circuit up to 22 ampere. If I increase the load I can get 24 ampere. If you are connecting battery alone for charging, depends upon the battery, the charging current will appear in the circuit. This is a simple DC to DC converter without any external components, very minimal, easily you can design. There is no need of any small inductor or special circuit ICs are required. All these components what we have designed, it's a simple and easily available in local market. Now you can see the output voltage of 14.4 and the ampere current ampere is around 12 ampere. The input voltage for the circuit is 49.8. If I am increasing the current load in the inverter, slowly the system current also keep on increasing. You can able to see in the ampere display slowly 12.4 which will go up to 16.5. Presently my maximum load from inverter and battery is around 18 ampere. So the system is ready enough to supply my required current. Now the battery is full, so which system is 14.6 volt and the current is dropped to 7.3. So there is no external cutoff circuit is required. So once the voltage set voltage is once it's achieved, automatically the current will comes down and the circuit will maintain the set voltage without any problem. if you are connecting an external load, DC load, or via AC inverter load, by increasing you can see the voltage suddenly will increase to maximum. So input voltage of this from panel is 53.9 volt and output voltage of the DC to DC converter is 14.4 volt. The main advantage of this circuit is you can add 2 or 3 DC to DC converter in parallel to increase more watts. That we will discuss in a later video, how to add 2 circuit in a single controller IC and increasing current. The same circuit we are designed with the Arduino Uno controlled DC to DC converter, which will support up to 50 ampere current. In future I will design and share the video. With the Arduino support we can achieve up to 50 ampere current. Once you increase the load, the current maximum is drawing from the circuit. The inverter is drawing more current from the battery, so our DC to DC converter supplying maximum voltage and the maximum current to the battery. Once the input voltage from the solar panel, if you are not getting a proper current, the system will convert the voltage into current. So his maximum power is transferred to the battery. So later video we will see how to increase the current by Arduino Uno in the next video. Wait for more videos. Don't forget to subscribe our Helios Med Do It Yourself Electronic channel.